Namaste. Gurupoornima greetings to all. Vyasaya Vishnurupaya Vyasarupaya Vishnave Namo Vaibrahma Nidaye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. Guru Purnima is a tradition dedicated to all spiritual and academic gurus who are evolved or enlightened humans ready to share their knowledge and wisdom based on Karma Yoga. Guru Purnima is also known as Vyasa Purnima to mark the birth anniversary of Veda Vyasa, the author of Mahabharata. It is celebrated as a festival in India, Nepal, and Bhutan by Hindus, Jains, and Buddhists. This festival is traditionally observed to honor one's chosen spiritual teachers or leaders. It is observed in the month of Ashada on the full moon day. Our school, Srimati Narmada Devi J. Agarwal Vivekananda Vidhyalaya Senior Secondary School, celebrated Guru Purnima on 13th July 2022. Here we present the feedback of the program, especially the speech by the chief guest of the day.
Namaste, I am Vedika Pathak of class 12th standard. On the auspicious day of Guru Purnima, I would like to share my thoughts on today's chief guest, Shiksha Shiromani, Dr. Rajini's speech. The best part of her speech I got impressed with was the way she narrated her real-life situations. The fact that her facilities that concerned studying were limited by her father, yet her optimism made her achieve this feat. But it's quite contrary with us. Even after supplied with every aid, we hesitate to study. She even threw light on some lifestyles and study habits with quoting some examples, like necessity of 8 glasses of water every day, importance of breakfast. One more part of her speech which I liked the most was, we use pumpkin to remove all the drishti and we throw it out, and we eat all the garbage like junk food which is difficult for our stomach to digest. Instead of throwing the pumpkin outside the house, if we consume it in our daily breakfast, it would be a better tool for increasing in our concentration level. She also gave us many studies tips and tricks, and eventually I felt great to be a part of this program, and I learned a lot. Thank you.
A warm namaste to everyone. I am A.K. Praneeth of class 12C studying in Vivekananda Vidyalaya, and I am one of those lucky students to be studying in this school. Why you ask? Our school has taken it as a mission to make every special occasion a legendary one. And the same idea was implied when Guru Purnima function took place on July 13th, this Wednesday. We were given an opportunity to pay our respect to our own dear loved teachers, and seeing them getting awarded genuinely made us happy. There was a smile on our face. And we were also given the privilege to perform Pada Puja to our teachers, which was such a beautiful sight to watch. And we were rewarded with a 1 hour long performance by our primary kids on showing the importance of Guru and everything else. And there was this drama about Ekalaiva, which is one of those stories that I'm never going to forget in my life. It was really well performed, and also the Bhajan and Bharatnatyam, they were extraordinary. One of the coolest things that our school has performed. And the star of the program was definitely the special guest, Dr. Rajini. Her presence made the whole program beautiful. She was such a knowledgeable person. Her every word inspired me, they touched my heart. From her stories to her knowledge, everything was just too perfect, to be honest. And there was this particular thing about how she used to study in her restroom. Damn, that just inspired me. And the way she talked, she was like such a Josh. I mean, like at one point every student lost their restlessness. We got restless, our poster went from this to this, but the way she talked, she got all our attention. And also she talked at the end of the program, but also managed to get every student's attention, and we were just eager to watch her, and most of us didn't even want her to stop talking. That's how inspiring she was. And I think every one of us took her words about how we have to eat properly, sleep properly, and her stories, and about how her kid made those 100 innovative claps. That was just a very inspiring thing to know, And I'm really glad I got to hear someone speak who's as much knowledgeable as Madam Rajini was, and I think she definitely was the star of the program.
Namaste. I am Ambika Yadav of class 12th standard. I am proud to be the part of this institute, Srimati Narmada Devi J. Agarwal Vivekananda Vidyalaya Senior Secondary School. Our school is very unique in all its activity. Every year we celebrate Gurupoornima on this day, 13th July, the birthday of sage Vedavyasa. This year we celebrated Gurupoornima with our chief guest, Shiksha Shiromani, Srimati Dr. Rajini, MD Laksham Educare. She gave a historical story to inculcate the value of Guru and the disciple. And I am here to share my views on this. The story goes like, there was a Raja. He got disguised in a normal dress so that he couldn't be recognized by anyone. He then went into the streets of his kingdom to see the life of the people. He there saw a man sitting lazy, resting his chin on his palm and doing nothing. He returned back to his palace. He then made all the ministers assemble there. He talked about this. He was like, even after I provide all the facilities to my people, why the man was sitting lazy there, doing nothing? The next day, the palace caught fire. And the main thing to renovate the palace was timber. And guess what? The man sitting lazy there was the owner of the timber yard. He was so stressed about how to sell his timbers. He wanted to sell his timbers, and the king was in need of timbers. This is what happened. At the end, he sold all his timber to the king. And the moral I learned here from her is find opportunities in adversities. Here, it was adversity for the king and an opportunity for the man. The same goes with the guru and the disciple. At the end, I would like to thank the school management for arranging this program. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I am N. Darshan from 12C, and as said by others, I'm from the same school. Yes. So, I got a chance to witness this wonderful program done by Srimati Dr. Rajini. Yes, and yes, as said by everybody, her speech was fascinating and marvelous, and I got 2 points to be mentioned here. The one method she told was this rule, I'd say, SQRRR, where S being survey, Q being questioning, and R being read, and another R being repeat, and the last R being review. These words are self-explanatory, and this made me rethink and re-amend my whole study routine. So this was motivational. Then comes the routine that she has mentioned. She has mentioned some routines and also said that if we follow this routine, we'll be able to live for 100 years. Just imagine, if I tell you that you would be able to live for 100 years, will you believe me? No, but at that point of time, I believed her. That intense was her speech. So these two were the most phenomenal things that I wanted to mention here specially. So yes ma'am, thank you so much for your inspiring piece of advice.
Hello everyone, this is Ayush Kumar, a student of Srimati Narmada Devi J. Agarwal Vivekananda Vidyalaya. So yesterday I witnessed a beautiful program on the occasion of Gurupoornima. And when I was called upon the feedback, I couldn't resist but the memories of the program reawoke. And I couldn't resist to say, wow, I mean, this was one of the best programs I was blessed to attend in this institute, and immense gratitude towards my school. So initially things were normal like in every program it is, but when our principal ma'am started to address our respected chief guest Dr. M. Rajini, I was deeply fascinated. I mean, hundreds of achievements, hundreds of awards, great contribution towards the society, and prodigy with multiple skills. Incredible. My eyes turned wider every time an achievement was stated. Then, even though the program was very engaging and motivational, I still was eagerly waiting for her to address us because she was such a great polymath and I was so excited for it. And you know, there was a weird thing happening to me at that day. Like, it was quite bizarre. Even though she did not speak a thing, her mere presence was motivating me at that day. And finally the time came and she took the mic and started addressing us. The wisdom was so fantabulous. You know, like, even though she spoke about simple things like drinking and eating habits of the students, or how you need to change your study pattern to ace in exams, or even mudra science, the knowledge, the branches of her knowledge were extended to the very root of the trees, and that was fantastic. Even though she spoke about simple things like how to ace your examinations by changing your study pattern, or drinking or eating habits of a student, it still was great because the knowledge of her was extended to the very roots. And the facts given by her were very miraculous, scientific and logical, that I felt the determination candle within me ignite. I felt that I was wide awake that day and truly awake in real sense.